right, welcome back. You're still watching Morning Love. We'll talk about a route that's happening in Somerset West in a little bit. But let's see if we can't cross to Qwaqwa, where our reporter Ishmael Budiba standing by. There is a festival happening on that side. All right, so before we go to Ishmael, let's talk about a sensory journey. Apparently that's what they're promising while you sip on a bit of wine. Sam, good morning.
Thanks, Libby. Now, organisers are promising patrons a sensory journey through wine, food, live jazz music and comedy featuring jazz band Hassan'adas, I think that's how you say it, and comedian Ndumiso Lindi, aka Roosta. That's the annual Sip by Sip picnic in the Vines, which takes place in Somerset Cape Town on Sunday, the 2nd of April. According to the organisers, every year they try and fuse new and untapped ideas to enhance their wine tasting experiences. And to tell us more, we are joined by Sheilla De Carvalho, who is the events and marketing executive at Sip by Sip Wines and Spirits, as well as Khuselo Mputa, who is a sommelier at Sip by Sip. I've got to ask you, I don't know, what is a sommelier?
A sommelier is a beverage specialist. So if you go to a restaurant and you find somebody who does the food and the wine pairings, the person who combines the whiskeys, the gins, all of that, and adds with coffee and everything that is a beverage, basically.
Wow, that's amazing. So I'm a sommelier at home then. Okay, I'm talking rubbish. Let's bring you into this conversation very, very quickly, Sheila. Talk to me, give me the background of the annual Sip by Sip picnic in the Vines.
First of all, good morning to you viewers, and thank you. Sip by Sip really is a creation of 5 young enthusiastic entrepreneurs, started in 2013. In 2015, we started with our annual Jazz Weekend Festival picnic or luncheon, which is hosted on the Sunday of the Jazz Weekend. We found that there was a gap over that weekend where both local and international guests would have liked to enjoy the winelands, enjoy South Africa and the many things it brings across. So we started this event 2 years ago, and this is our 3rd installment. So that is the background.
Wow, that's great. You know, the pairing, I think, is becoming a bigger focus for a lot of people because, you know, certain wines bring out certain flavors in foods and that combination. Is it becoming, as you evolve these ideas and you want to create the bigger experience, is it becoming a little bit more challenging to find that perfect pairing or that unique pairing? Where do you have to go creatively to make sure that every event is a little bit different from the last?
You need to always look at what you are trying to offer the people, and the experience itself is always about pairing either comedy or music and the food and the wine, and that experience altogether is what plays to the senses of people. And you will always look at food and go, you have fish and you have white wine. But that's the simplistic way to look at it. It's a holistic experience of I'm in the wine estate, I'm enjoying the scenery, I'm enjoying the food, I'm actually understanding why these things work together. And when you are always closer to the vines, it always tastes better.
We're showing some of the pictures on screen now for if you want to have an idea, if you've never been to that part of the country. But let's be honest, Somerset is arguably one of the most beautiful places in South Africa, the most idyllic setting if you're going to do something like this. Why this venue?
Absolutely, I would have to agree. We have such beauty in South Africa, and in the winelands, Stellenbosch, Somerset, a beautiful case in point. Why this venue? We started with in Franschhoek with Grand Provence. We've then moved across the winelands, and this year we decided to offer our guests the beautiful views of Stellenbosch and Somerset at the new Idiom Tasting Centre, arguably one of the most beautiful spots in South Africa. So that's the reason why we think this is the perfect place for our 3rd signature event this year.
Pairings, what are we going to expect from I know the comedy, I know the music, I'm not interested in that. I want to know about the food and the drink. And so this audience is, what are we going to expect? What are you pulling out of your hat?
I'd say definitely Idiom Wines would be the #1 draw card in terms of that. And it's how they've gone and looked at Italian varietals and brought Italian varietals into South Africa and decided to do it in a very similar way to Italy, as we have pretty much similar weather conditions being in the Mediterranean region of South Africa. But more than anything, I think the food, definitely that will be presented at Idiom. There will be a nice selection of food for everybody, and it gives a unique experience to the winelands. It's not just you arrive at the wine farm and you've got a tasting and you taste and then you move on to the next farm. It's the whole experience that we are trying to offer, that you can always do more within our winelands. And it's to bring the people to the winelands and to understand what South Africa has to offer.
10 seconds, details, tickets, prices, where people go.
Absolutely. You can find us on social media, on Instagram at Sip by Sip, on Twitter at SBS Experiences, and also on Facebook at Sip by Sip with capital letters. For tickets, you can go to Quicket. You will find all the details there, including a partnership with Uber on transportation.
Perfect. I kind of see your next event's going to be lick by lick. Khuselo Mputa, who's the sommelier at Sip by Sip, and Sheilla De Carvalho. She's the event organizer of the annual Sip by Sip picnic in the Vines. That's 2017. It takes place on Sunday, the 2nd of April in Somerset West. I promise you, it's an incredible venue. Go and check it out. Nebo standing by.
All right. So let's head to...